Hey guys, it's Sky, and thank you for connecting with me again. It's been an incredible challenge getting back to you from the last video to now, because that is the second time that I've tried to get out this information, and I've had a computer crash both times, interestingly enough. The first time when I got the information 3 years ago, my whole computer, the whole thing crashed. This time, my last video crashed, you saw right in the middle. So I'm hoping this goes through. Anyway, it's all back in the light, and I've got pretty much what I need to get the whole thing going. So I wanted to proceed with my mission. I was talking about how I was seeing that there are 4 ships that have landed now, almost like it was going to be biblical prophecy, and I do see that there are 4 ships landed now, because I do see that it's very much like biblical prophecy. They say in the Bible it's angels. I have no media contact. I don't read that stuff. I just download what I have from source. And my connection to my beings that are interdimensional beings, and we're all connecting now to our higher source, which also is in here. And if you have it in here, you're going to have it out here. And when I said the 4 ships now, they are non-invasive. They are, there's going to be a lot of changes that happen on the planet right now. We cannot deny that this has taken motion, and powerful moves went out after December 21st. And it's also designed to trick you that everybody thinks everything is all calm and wonderful. And that is beautifully designed, and that is not real. Although ultimately this is going to be real, but there's going to be massive changes. Now, I believe I've been shown the reason that the ships are in place, the motherships, because now you know that most people can detect the ships here. The Illuminati, the whole everybody, they're no dummies. They can detect everything, always. They have brilliant forms of mind control that's done through microwave television. It's done through gosh, you could say meat eating, because it's very low vibrations. Wherever there's a low vibration, they literally can pick up that frequency, and they can take that frequency and match it and put it somewhere else, and you can even follow it. It's very designed anyway. So what I want to get into is these frequencies, these ships that are here, that are holding the space. They're very highly evolved. They're non-intrusive. Now like I said, we all know that there's transitionings happening on the planet. That there's a motion to remove the dark, and we have been, many light workers on the planet have been ignited. Our DNA has been ignited. And you know who you are, or you know who you are becoming. And you know that because you are constantly drawn to this. You can't do anything but. You feel a shift in your body, your mind, and your soul. You suddenly get coincidences. You understand that that you've had contact. And I'm going to do another video on that you've had contact. And you're pursuing this, and we understand that we are ready to have the mission take place, and I believe it's part of the Planetary Liberation Organization, I believe, and this, but more than that, that is just one theme, but that in itself will go back forever. But even then, we have the Anunnaki. They do want to help clear even part of they have to come back and do their penance. Remember, they went away for a long time and created a whole bunch of mess, and we've been incarnated by 32 different races, and so even them, they went and they got a new leader, they did their penance, and they've come back, and we understood that he spent thousands of years, 33,000 years in prison, and then they come back and they have a new spiritual leader. And then we understand that there's people from, I understand that there are people from under the earth, Shambhala. And then there are people, these ships, almost they're angelic forces that are more Arcturian, and they are holding space because they are one of the 32 ship races involved, but they do not get interfered because they don't do that. They are highly evolved beings. And this is where I come in, because we pick up, it could be Arcturians now will definitely be getting radars from these ships. There are other ships that are in motion. It's a little difficult to explain here, and you are getting downloaded from them. But the Arcturians, I don't see that there's different trade. See, it all has to do with what these aliens did with the trade with the U.S. This is how this is all coming down. You know, some people want to protect their trade here, and kind of political, but anyway, you know, getting to the point, there's going to be a lot of changes, and what Lightworkers plan to do, what they need to do, is they're going to be getting frequencies from these ships that are not intrusive. Again, I don't want to alarm people like, oh, the ships are coming, everybody, they're already here, and they are they're going to stand their ground. They're almost the angelic forces holding ground for Creator God, the Gaia's, to come and shed her light. Maybe you want to call her Gaia, moving into the ascension, changing, taking the dark into the abyss. However you want to put that into your mind. I don't really like to get into words too much, but I'm sure you know what I mean. You're following some kind of either spiritual philosophy or a higher angelic philosophy, or you're really following the system where you know your star system and your ETs or your alien races, and there's a difference. So, but if you're being channeled from the higher races, you understand that there's a movement going to be taking place. And you also have to keep your channels very clear, because with the mind control, they really like to trick your channels. But, you know, when you're protected and you're in the light and you've been taken out of the matrix, which most light workers that have gone through massive hell in their life and surrendered that hell and surrendered to the highest glory, the prime creator, they have been out of the matrix and seen the truth, and they've been downloaded appropriately. So you're not really worried about being mind controlled. You're past the matrix. So and in that form, you get your download, and you understand that one of the changes is going to be in not only the monetary system, because that can no longer be of value. They cannot control through that. So that's the design. So you're going to start moving to trade amongst our people, but people are going to be moving to gold as well. So, but we have to be careful with the gold, because they're, you know, when occults can use this with alchemy and immortality, but we also can use it for good, because we are connected to the sun, and which is connected to the gold, and on and on. So we just want to keep protecting ourselves, and we want to keep moving forward. And when these changes come, they're not just going to come, our leaders are going to change, because we have to remove the dark side, since many of the dark side is in the our judicial system, and they are self-appointed leaders within our country, and they realize that it's time to leave, and or they will be asked to leave, and or their vibration will no longer be suitable, or they will report to their one of their channels that they have built for themselves in Mars, and or one of their sister planets. There are other dimensions that there are, like 3D vibrations, that they will continue their mission, and or they will surrender, as many have, and or some will be arrested. Now I'm talking on levels of dimensions here. So we have some people here, we have some people, you know, there's a lot of dark lords were channeled here too. So in an ascension process, everybody's promoted to ascend. So so this whole big thing is taking place to ask people to surrender, and or they will, or they'll play like, you know, maybe like here we talk about the Illuminati plays dead for a little while, and then they cause destruction, maybe tsunamis, maybe all kinds of things, even in here, whatever they have to do to cause chaos, and then they bring like a false savior, and they cause chaos, and then bring more and more light to it, so that they can have control. Now, it's very important that you have control. And Lightworkers, I will tell you, when this process takes place, a lot of things are going to happen. We have to hold a space there's going to be so much frequency coming out of this mothership that we're going to feed off. Our DNA is designed to take in this frequency at a very, 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 very high rate. And we're also channeled from the sun. We're going to be activated so much that there's enough, if there's enough of us, not just through people, but through the plants activation, through all the activation that's going on in the dimension, it will literally de-arm any nuclear gases and or armor. So we are asking all light workers to raise their vibration to the extent that you can right now. Please do not eat meat. It is very harmful. I do videos about raising our vibrations, and you will be channeled more too. You'll hear more messages, and you'll know where to go and what to do and how to do it, and to talk to people about the new Christ consciousness that is coming in, that we are all awakening to, and that means our higher self, 5D world, however you want to connect to it, where the alien beings also are within here. We could be awakening to our higher alien ET extraterrestrial self. Alien is different than extraterrestrial self. My extraterrestrial self, for instance, could teleport, astral travel, telepathy. An alien, something is different from here, from this universe. They're from this universe, but they might not go dimensional travel. So just want to make sure you got the difference here. And then I just wanted light workers to be prepared, because not only will you be channeled, you'll be holding the most magnificent frequency, and you'll know when and how and where, and your prayers right now are like electricity that are floating through the cosmos, really powerful. Please, please, we all, no, I don't say please like I beg you, I say passionately. We don't beg, we just I ignite the light in you as you have in me, that as the sun has in me, and Gaia, Mother Earth, has in me, and our DNA has been activated, to say, this is the time collectively. Remember, when one or two more are gathered collectively, we can literally move this planet into the fifth dimension, higher dimensions. But we have to get, this is the time where the darker, we're escorting the darker out. You have to be very strong through these times. You cannot be controlled by fear. Like I said, when I got the information on how the ascension things were going to start happening, they definitely 2 times tried to mess up my computer. And I was talking about in the downloads, there were so many almost beautiful things, like even during floods, when I talked about floods, some of the people that experienced floods, even now that might experience floods, and did even in the time of New Orleans, they actually had a tie to the time of Moses and a flood. So this is not just a thing. This is something that's like coming up for healing. It's actually very interesting. And I talked about how the light beings explained to me the molecules in it, the black people, that African American people, dark people's skin, are one of the first people to ascend, because they're the structure, it's hard to explain, because I'm not a scientist. I can only explain the download into words, and words are the worst form of communication. So these black molecules that they have in their skin is more coated with the DNA of a lighter structure, and that will trigger a sun activation. So not that anybody can't do it, but it's almost like because they were the first formed, is kind of what I've been told. And the light skin was more formed for control in an interesting way. So you might just want to understand that, not in any just as information that I thought was very informative, is how they explained to me. And then they also talk about the healing chambers that we go through, and it's very interesting. And it is it's something that we're going to go through, and we have to see. There's no rescue here. We have to confront ourselves. We cannot just run and get on ships and run away. we have to get to with our own personal issues. It's time to forgive. It was so hard for me to give this recent issue that I went through. I have been tested in every way you could imagine on this planet Earth. That's why I'm a light worker, because I've been able to descend the most horrific things. And I don't need to go to explain to another light worker what that involves. If you've been ignited like that, something tapped, and you went outside the matrix and you connected with source, you connected with divine source, because you surrendered. So that's you surrender. So anyway, I would like to talk more about getting contacted and your signs that you've been contacted, and I hope that I've reached everything, and I just kind of wanted to plow that out there and get that more. And I know that I'm sure that I'm gonna do a part 3, but I just want to at least get this out there, what I had before I have any more computer glitches. And what I was going to say, I was able to transcend this computer glitch and really fight through these times that are coming, because and just keep the light around you, and maybe kind of get a little bit humorous about it. After the people try to take over with the darker New World Order, you know, that's only going to go so far. There's just too many light workers. I'm telling you, there's just too many light workers. And I see this really, I'm hoping that the transition can be really smooth, and it can be if we all ignite. And we are. You'd be surprised how many light workers there are in Washington themselves. So I hope you enjoy my videos, and thank you for sharing in the light. And I say, take what you like and leave the rest, and let your inner self take you to the highest answer you could possibly imagine. Because if you ask in honesty and sincerity, you will get your answers. Thank you.